Okay, I'm standing on 13 Mile Road, facing east. This would be sort of the north side of our property, and I'm on the bridge. It's over those culverts that brings water from Winters Creek into sort of our yard, in a sense. That's our garage and our house up there. And there's a lot of vegetation. And right in front of sort of what you're seeing in our house is like a small, it's almost like an island, but a little peninsula. But it is joined to 13 Mile up in this section. Okay, now I'm pointing the camera, in a sense, right where I was standing, but the water would come in and then it snakes around. You can see some of the big trees. I'm basically standing on a driveway right now. Comes around this little island, there's a big tree. Comes around, and then again you can see it goes in front of where our house is. And that's our shed and our garage up there. Okay, now I'm in our front yard, and just so you can see, there's our house. And if you look right straight ahead, you'll see one of the culverts. And there's two of them next to each other. It's kind of hard to see because there's so much growth. Everything's really green right now. But this is just showing you where the water comes in, snakes around, goes right in front of the house, and then kind of curves back. I just walk down the bluff, and you can see the water again comes around this little peninsula through here, and that is the big tree that we had taken down that we still have to chop up. Again, this is just from the other part of our yard, more in the east end of where our house is, and you can see you've got the creek is down there, and I'm just going to take the trail and keep following it. Okay, now I'm just on one of the trails that we have, and the creek is down there. So I'm kind of at the top of this bluff, but this is basically, in a sense, it would be sort of like a low-lying area. This area does not flood when we have high water. So we've never experienced high water in this particular area. And again, I'm really close to where our house is. Okay, I'm just a little further down the trail east, just seeing the creek. It's pretty low because we haven't had rain in a little while. And I'm going to climb this platform that we built, or I should say my husband built. Okay, I'm on the platform, which was originally going to be a treehouse, but then just became a platform that our kids camp on sometimes with tents. But you can see the creek just kind of snakes around this area. I think you can still catch it over here. Okay, that's the platform I was just standing on. There's this, you can see where the creek is. Around. And around. And what my kids call the beach. Okay. Now I'm in front of that beach area. It's the remains of a big hemlock we had to chop off because it fell. Okay. Again, that small little beach area. This is probably the zone that closer to the road is where that sediment from the road comes in. It's kind of hard to see from here. I'll just go a little further down the trail. Okay, just went down a little bit more down the trail. It's across the street neighbor you saw there. There's the creek. That's a location where we think lots of good critters live. And then it comes up this way and the trail goes on. And just a note, this area right here, that's all this green low vegetation, this is the area that has had water on the really, really high water days. And again, it was once this year that we had water on this section. But this is the zone of our property that sometimes gets some water. This area right here. And you can see kind of all the low vegetation, but it must like the sediment because everything grows really fast. Okay, so this is where the very end, where the creek leaves our yard and goes to our neighbor's property, and that's the cattle guard. And so that wood piece, I don't know if you can see very well that it's on chains. It flips up. The water just pushes it up. Okay, I just wanted to show you, this is what the creek looks like after our property. This was Ed Obert's area. I believe he still owns this, although he sold the one next to it where his old house was on. And this is, what happens to Winters Creek. And it snakes around, and then it's going to go back under 13 Mile Road, which I don't think I can see from here. So I just walked south down one of our trails a little further back away from the creek, just so you can kind of see this area is where those culverts are, and that's 13 Mile Road. And it's not, again, those are a lot smaller than the culverts that bring the water in to where we are. Okay, that's it.